Tebow's last game at Florida Field. And here he comes. Flowers? You got me flowers, really? You shouldn't have. Tebow was crying when he hugged Urban Meyer before the game. It was a fitting farewell to the Swamp. Tebow shovels it to Aaron Hernandez. Goes straight to the end zone, young man. Gators at 7-zip. Watch defensive end Marcus White. Talk about a dilemma. He's got three options he's got to cover. Whichever one he chooses is the wrong one. Somebody's going to be open. The Gators rolling out the new unis and rolling over the Noles early. Second quarter, it's 10-0. Tebow runs option left. This time he'll keep it for the 18-yard touchdown. It's 17-zip. Again, we focus on the poor, bedraggled Marcus White. And here we go again. What do you do? There's no right answer. Tebow's 55th career rushing touchdown. And the Gators were on the march. Third quarter. It was also Riley Cooper's final game at Florida Field. Tebow's roommate hauling this one in. It's 30-0 after a blocked extra point. Urban Meyer punched in the fist. Fourth quarter. Before it began, it's the tradition. Tebow and his teammates swaying and singing "We Are the Boys" from old Florida as the flashbulbs pop. Tebow's best game of the regular season was the last. He ran for 90 and 2 scores. He threw for 3 more touchdowns, 17 of 21 through the air. Florida Fig. Tebow reveling in the moment.
It was special running out of that tunnel and seeing all these fans, feeling the support, and then coming out here and beating FSU with guys that I love and coaches that I love and fans that I love. It's really special.
You're about to go take that final victory lap around the stadium. What will be going through your minds?
Well, it'll be very emotional, but I just want to, do whatever I can to give back, to say thank you. Thank you for what you've done for me and what you mean to me.
It was a perfect night. We're not mad. I can't think of many perfect nights from start to finish. Perfect. The lasting image is him scoring a touchdown in our first game against Southern Miss, and to see him, he was completely a meltdown when he walked through that tunnel. And every emotion came through, and I got this witness to be a part of it.
It's Thanksgiving weekend, and the Gainesville Sun giving thanks to Tim Tebow for 4 glorious years at the helm of Gator Nation. There's the front page of the Sunday paper. Tebow still with some unfinished business, 2 wins away from a 3rd national title. Of course, first thing up is the Alabama Crimson Tide in the SEC championship game Saturday in Atlanta. Both offenses score better than 31 a game. Their defenses don't give you much. Florida #1 in the nation in scoring defense. Bama #3. The Gators and Tide have met in the SEC championship 6 previous times. Florida has won 4 of those. Tebow's last game at Florida Field, it could be Bobby Bowden's last regular season game as head coach of the Seminoles. The 80-year-old Bowden is apparently evaluating whether he wants to come back for a 35th season. ESPN.com's Mark Schlabach reporting that a meeting is set for Monday with Bowden, his designated successor, Jimbo Fisher, and Florida State officials. A decision could be made on that day. The Noles 6-6, they're bowl eligible. Bowden said, "I want to coach next year, but let me say I need to go home and do some soul searching. I've got to see how I absorb the game. I need to run the game through my mind a few times. I want to coach, but I've got to think about it." Kirk Herbstreit gives us his thoughts on the situation at Florida State.
Well, really, we've talked about this subject all year, about Bobby Bowden and his future at Florida State. I think the biggest thing that's hurting this program is the whole coach in waiting. I think it's going to be interesting to see if Bobby Bowden comes back next year, how Jimbo Fisher is utilized in making decisions within the staff. First and foremost, finding a defensive coordinator to replace Mickey Andrews, and then trying to get this program heading in the right direction. The talent is still there. Bobby Bowden stays next year as a head coach, and Jimbo Fisher takes more of a role as the head coach in 2010.
Bowden took over in Tallahassee in 1976, and this decade has by far been his worst as the Noles head coach. The winning percentage in the 70s and 80s right around 750. It shot up in the 90s to 890 when the Noles won 2 national titles. Since 2000, however, the team's winning percentage is just 656 as the struggles continue.